Hello and welcome to Crafting with Ty and Friends. This is another Photoshop tutorial video. I am a noob, so bear with me as I learn, you learn. If you're new to my channel or if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. And let's begin. Today I'm going to show you guys how to remove your background to make it transparent. We're basically going to be removing one object or one person from a photo and creating a transparent background. And I'm also going to be showing you guys, nope, actually I'm going to make another video for that. So let's begin on creating transparent backgrounds. I have two photos here. I have a photo of a basketball, well, a few basketballs. What we're going to do is remove one of those basketballs and make it into a transparent background. And then I have a photo of these two women, and we're going to remove her and make the background transparent. So we'll begin with the basketball. The first thing you want to do is go to your toolbar and select your quick selection tool. If you might see the wand, the magic wand tool, it's right under it. So just double right click and go ahead and click the quick selection tool. Make sure on your top toolbar that the plus sign is selected and not the minus. And now you can go ahead and select this basketball. What I do is just click and move around it. As you can see, it selects some things that I don't need, but don't worry, we will get rid of those. And if you go, as you see, it selected things I don't need way out of proportion. So go up to the top toolbar and select the minus. And now you can go ahead and remove what you don't need. It may not be perfect, but that is okay. Oops. If you remove too much, just go back to the plus and go ahead and add what you need. Oops, I need to see better. As you can see, mine is definitely not perfect. Ah. And that is okay. So I pretty much have my ball selected. It's not the best circle, but it will get us to the gist of this tutorial. So now what you want to do is, so you guys can see the whole picture. Now what you want to do is inverse, and there's two ways to do that. You can go Control Shift I, or you can go up to the toolbar and hit select and hit inverse. And once these two things are selected, you want to hit, oops, well, not delete. First, you want to make sure your photo is unlocked. So go over here to the layers panel and hit the unlock. You can do that before you select, or you can do that after you select. Once you unlock your photo and you have inverse, you go ahead and hit delete, and that will remove the background. But as you can see, my ball is not perfect. And you can go ahead and take your eraser and, zoom in. My eraser is like super big right now for some reason. And go ahead and get rid of the extra things here. Or you can go to select, reselect, and you want to hit inverse because you just want the ball selected. So once you have just your ball selected, I don't even see, okay, it's selected. You're going to go up to the toolbar and hit select. You're going to go down to modify, and you're going to go down to contract. Contract means you're going to bring in the selected area in a little bit. If you want to expand it, then you'll hit expand. So we're going to go to contract because we want to get rid of a little bit of these edges. So you can change this number here. It just depends on how far in you want to go. 3 is usually good. And we're going to hit 3. And as you can see, it goes in a little bit, but I actually want it to go in less than that. So I'll undo and I'll hit select, modify, contract, and then I'm going to go into. And once you do that, if you hit select Control I to inverse again, or you can go up to select an inverse and hit delete, it will remove the part that you didn't want in your circle. Go to File, deselect, and of course you can continue to erase what you don't need. And now you have got rid of your background. Now let's move to the next photo. And basically we want to do the same thing. We're going to go to quick select. Now the difference is up here they have a select subject. So you can go ahead and hit that, and what Photoshop do is automatically selects a subject that is on your canvas. And as you can see, it selected both girls, and you can go ahead and start making adjustments like we did earlier here. So we're going to take the minus and we're going to get rid of this girl because we don't want her in our photo. So we're going to get rid of everything that has to do with her. Then we're going to fine tune her up. As you can see, some of her hair is cut off. So we are going to quick selection tool plus, I'm going to make it a little smaller, and we are going to go ahead and grab her hair. I'm going to fine tune her up. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a few areas that I need to fix. And also, I don't want to bring in these parts of her arms. And so the way we're going to get rid of that is, what we're going to do is just hit Q on your keyboard, and it goes into a quick mode, the quick mask mode. And hold on. Then we're going to take the brush tool, and we're going to, come on, brush tool. And we're going to use either black or white and color in the spaces that we don't want to show. So anything that you turn red is not going to show. So let's go back to the brush tool. I want to change my dot a little smaller. And then I'm going to get rid of what I don't want. So just make sure you got all the spaces that you wanted. brush tool, and I'm going to get rid of inside of her arms. And we're going to get rid a little bit of imperfections here. I'm not sure if I needed to get rid of that. All right. Once you get all the areas selected you need, you're going to hit Q again on your keyboard. Well, if it wants to work, there you go. And now my selected area is selected again. And of course, you want to go to select inverse or Control Shift I. And then you want to hit, before you hit delete, you want to make sure that your layer is unlocked here. And now you hit delete and it get rid of the background. Now I said I wasn't going to do this in this video, but I might as well because you have to do these same steps. So now I'm going to show you guys how to create a colored background. Of course, you can use granite and fill and different things in Photoshop that I currently don't know how to do. So once you got your item selected, and of course you selected inverse, you only inverse once. If the background is selected and your item is selected, then that means that basically your background is only selected. That means you are controlling and you are changing your background. But if you go and hit select inverse again, that means you are changing this layer here. Now there's two ways you can do the background. You can actually have it where you're inversing this your item. So if you select your item and then you go down here to the right hand layer panel and hit solid color, it will change your item to a solid color. Just hit OK. And then if you go up to color fill and just right click and you want to invert. It should be somewhere up here where you can invert, but at this point in time, I don't know where it's at or how to get it. So if you go to select, invert should be here. Invert should be somewhere. Okay, well, invert's not right here, but if you make sure you select your panel with your item and then Control I will actually invert, and it sends the color that your object was to your background. And then of course you can change it. Double click, change the colors. Or you don't have to invert that way. So let's say if you invert it the right way, let's see, undo, undo, undo. Okay. So if we select an inverse, and now my background is selected, and I go over here to my layers panel and select solid color, it will automatically make my layer into a solid color. That way you skip a step, but if you happen to inverse your object, you don't worry, you can still get it done. And then, you just double click your layers to change your colors. Change it to however you want, whatever you want. There's a lot of different things you can do. And if you want to move your object around, you can go to your layers panel, go up to edit and free transform. And now you're able to move your object, but of course your background, you'll have to redo your little background. You just go to your layer And of course, select all, control inverse. If you would like to resize your image or move your image over before you create your background, you can also do that. And the way to do that is basically if you already created your background color, you can go ahead and delete it or just turn it off for the moment. And now you want to make sure you have your object layer selected, and then you want to go to edit, and we're going to go to free transform. And now you can move and you can resize. You can also add more photos. So let's just add this elephant. Don't pay me no mind. Oh, first you want to double click, check. Well, not double click, you want to check. And then you can go ahead and add some things in. No. Why do I have, I'm going to select that, deselect, free transform so I can change it up. I'm going to put the elephant in the background. We're going to put her in the front. And then we're going to edit free transform because I want to make her a little bit bigger. So if you want to add different items, you go ahead, and then you want to go and add a background into this. And what we're going to do with that is let me go back to this panel. We're going to go to quick toolbar up. Okay, select subject. And of course, we need to go ahead and add our deselect, whatever. And now we are going to select inverse over here to solid colors. We're going to give it a blue. We're gonna give it a blue. And now we have our elephant and our girl with our blue background. And of course, we can change it up. And that's how you remove backgrounds and change the colors to backgrounds. Change your photo up just a little bit. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, send your friends to my page, and join us over in my Facebook group called Crafting with Ty and Friends. And again, thank you for watching. I said don't stop talking to me, stop.